SMU crew. Guys, this week I'm really excited because we are still in the Thrive versus Survive series. And today we're going to be talking about something that's a little bit hard to wrap our minds around when we're first getting started. And this is nightmare, dun dun dun, versus dream clients. And let me tell you, the difference is day and night. So when it comes to clients, there are a couple things I want to point out. And one of them is that when you're first starting with a client, there's a period where you're finding your footing, figuring out the messaging that works, understanding their likes, their dislikes, their preferences, their preferred method of communication, or your preferred method of communication. So there are several different things that have to happen in the first month of working together. It's kind of like a trial period. And really in that first month, it's difficult to tell whether someone's going to be a great client, a dream client, or a nightmare client. And honestly, you just don't know yet. But once that month is over, you really get a feel for what somebody is like as a client. Now, there are two things you can usually pretty much identify in that first month. If somebody's a dream client, they're amazing. They're excited. They're passionate. They're hands off. They tell you things like, you can't break my business. I'm so excited to be working with you. You are amazing. We really appreciate your work. Dream client, but then those nightmare clients, there are instant signs, red flags. You just know you cannot continue to work with them. Those nightmare clients are the ones that are going to call or text you at 2 in the morning or in the middle of the night. They email you and they expect an immediate response, or they email you 30 times in one day. Oh my gosh, nobody has time for that. Seriously, I don't. Don't email me. So that's one thing you have to remember is when you start to identify those red flags, unreasonable expectations, stepping outside of the scope of work that you've agreed to and then expecting it included in their contract. Things that they didn't explain, like the approval process. They have a crazy 10-step approval process that's going to take you extra time. Those are all signs of a nightmare client. And honestly, my best advice, when you sense that someone's a nightmare client, finish out the month and then be done. And if you can get out of the month sooner, awesome, do it. It's not worth the effort. So inside of the Pedersen household, we have different classifications for types of clients, and it ranges all the way from dream to nightmare. And so I'm going to show you guys a little bit about what that looks like and then how to kind of keep sliding them towards dream client, because clients can be trained, they can be educated, they can be nurtured, you can build a relationship and you get better at doing exactly what they expect for their brand. They can be a dream client. So we're going to start with dream clients. It's that client where you work with them, everything's a dream from the very beginning. It's almost like you want to say, like, wake me. When is this going to, stop? This is amazing. How did I get so lucky? And you feel that way with that client. With dream clients, I want you guys to go above and beyond for them. Over deliver. Make sure that they're always going to be your client. Send them gift cards or cards or thank yous. Send them an email that just says, hey, I want to let you know I really appreciate you. I love working for you. You bring out the best in me. So those types of things build that relationship, and it's totally worth it because a dream client can be with you for life, and that's what I recommend. Now, there are clients that are a little less than dream, and we call them preferred clients. It's still a client that absolutely you'd love to work with them, but maybe you're not meshing perfectly. It's just kind of, yeah, we work really well together. You never quite know for sure if they're absolutely thrilled, but for the most part, they're pleasant and they're happy and, conversation goes well, communication is easy. So preferred clients are also great, but you can actually win them over and turn them into dream clients. That's something we just did with one of our clients who actually at first we thought was going to be a naughty client, which we'll get to in just a second. And they ended up becoming a dream client. We love working with them every single day. Then we have vanilla. And vanilla is just that. They're the clients that you work with and you almost kind of forget about them when you're creating the list of your clients. And you're like, oh yeah, I forgot about that one. Maybe their subject doesn't bring you to life, or they're never that excited, or they don't really care about what you're doing. They just know that you're doing it and consistent. And, sometimes this is industries like, plumbers or electricity or just something that doesn't excite you. But those clients can be great clients too. They're consistent. They're your bread and butter and, it works, but it's just vanilla. Then we start to cross the line and we get into naughty clients. And naughty clients are my next tier of who I'm going to let go when it's time to let go of clients and start to move towards, those dream clients. Naughty clients are the ones that are pushing all the limits on purpose, just testing how far they can go. Maybe they make an occasional comment where you're like, what did you mean by that? Or Maybe they are emailing you late and they kind of expect a response, but maybe not. You don't really know. And naughty clients sometimes just need to be educated, and then they quickly flip into the dream or preferred place. But they just need that education, the relationship, and you have to remember to set your boundaries. With naughty clients, they want as much as they can possibly get within your scope. They want to add as much as they possibly can. Well, of course we all do. Imagine when you go to a restaurant. I'm going to imagine when I go to my favorite restaurant. I want a steak, I want broccoli, I want french fries, I want cheesecake, I want, a second cheesecake, and then all of a sudden the waiter says, oh, it's going to be this much, and this much. Oh, I didn't know that cost extra. Okay, never mind. I don't need broccoli. I don't need the second cheesecake, but keep the one cheesecake. I want that. But when they start to realize that things cost money, then they're going to say, oh, I do want that, or oh, I don't want that. So all you have to do is educate them and then communicate. All of a sudden, that client upgrades their package and they become a dream client. So that process is pretty easy, but sometimes naughty clients push it and they go into this really bad place of nightmare clients. Nightmare clients are sometimes abusive in the way that they treat you. Sometimes nightmare clients are pushing every single boundary. They expect the world. There's no appreciation. The communication is terrible. Maybe you get blamed for things that go wrong when it's somebody else on their team. And nightmare clients are never to be reasoned with. So if you find yourself with a nightmare client, I so highly recommend that you start prospecting immediately to get out of that relationship as fast as you possibly can. And they will try to suck you back in. They might pay you a little bit more money. They might offer something. They might, promise the world, we won't do that again. We're so sorry. But it's kind of like an abusive relationship, to be honest. They are going to manipulate. You just can't go there. So if you have to work with that nightmare client to make ends meet right now, start prospecting on the side. Skip your lunch hour, wake up early, stay up late, do whatever it takes to get out of that relationship and don't ever go back. Or if it's close and you're able to, ditch that nightmare client, and I'm willing to bet with the 20 to 40 hours a week you're spending on that client, you'll find time to secure some dream clients. So what I am offering for you guys is a couple of the scripts that I use to fire nightmare clients, and it's gonna be really helpful to you so that you don't worry about what to craft, because those emails are so awkward. But when you have that template in place, it's pretty easy to end the relationship without burning the bridge. So I hope you guys understand the importance of securing dream clients, firing nightmare clients, training naughty clients, appreciating vanilla clients, and working with preferred clients. I'll catch you later, SMU crew.